Kia ora koutou. Hello, everyone. I'm Paolo Bertolin, the Artistic Director of Whanau Marama, New Zealand International Film Festival 2024. And we are continuing this series of meetings and interviews with filmmakers with the director of another film that plays in our fresh competition, Nehir Tuna, the director of Yurt, Dormitory. Thank you, Nehir, for being with us.
Thank you, Paolo, for having me.
We'll start this short conversation by asking you the question I'm asking everyone in this format. Could you tell us in your own words what Dormitory is about, both in terms of the narrative, the story that it tells, and the kind of approach you had in fashioning into a film? Thank you.
Yurt Dormitory is a story of Ahmed, a 14-year-old boy who is put into a religious Islamic dormitory by his neo-religious father. And we follow his story in the dormitory while he's, trying to navigate among his father's expectations, or finding his own voice in life, and the childhood that he desperately clings. So it's a story of being stuck in between things, being either being a religious person, or or adopting a more secular life, or he's trying to figure out and trying to understand where he belongs. There's this political aspect in the film, which takes in late 90s in Turkey, where there is this huge polarization between secularists and Islamists, and he's basically trying to find his own way and understanding his surroundings and growing up. So it has this autobiographical aspect. I once also stayed in a similar dormitory, and I used a lot of my own experiences when I first started writing. Of course, along the way, there were a lot of changes that were made, but the inspiration comes from my own experience, and yeah, that's pretty much what I can say.
Thank you, Nehir. Certainly, one of the aspects that makes this story of Ahmed as a character who is torn between secularism, the secularism that he experiences in the daytime at the high school he attends, and the Islamic teachings that he experiences at night in the dormitory, as well as his division between the love or the crush for a young schoolmate, Sedinch, and the strange attraction he feels for his buddy there at the dorm, Hakam, is something that you managed to depict with great strength, with great energy, also thanks to your actors. I am really, really impressed by the work with actors in your film. Both your leads are very impressive presences. Can you tell us something about them and about the work with actors in general?
Yeah, I was very lucky to be able to find the right person. Although, especially Ahmed was not someone I wasn't imagining him, with a blue eyes and blonde hair, and I was more looking someone who is closer in terms of appearance, closer to my look. But then it doesn't matter, because it's what matters is that this aura of spontaneity, being able to respond to the in the moment, being in the moment, and I knew that I was going to work with uh, the character that who plays Hakan, because we made a short film a couple of years ago as a prequel to Dormitory, where I was trying to like test the choices that I wanted to, you know, apply in in Dormitory, in terms of like the atmosphere, the rhythm, the you know, the choice of the black and white. So it gave me a lot of um, space to explore those, and that's where, you know, where I worked with Hakan Jambartu. And I was very happy with the results, and I knew from that moment that I was going to work with them. But also, you know, I needed another, you know, strong actor in his level that would create such chemistry and this bond and this friendship, so that it can, you know, we can witness the flourishing of the nuances of those steps of flourishing of this uh interesting, uncanny friendship that develops over the story. And yeah, so I worked with them for a long period of time because of this, you know, constant delays in the shooting. So although it was heartbreaking to see that the film is not coming out, the film is not happening, but it was also giving us a lot of time to, you know, get together and think about the characters and do a lot of like rehearsals. Um, and also I had like amazing collaborators on many levels, also like working with the actors. I had also help from my one of my actress who plays the mother, and she's also one of my co-producers, Didam. She was very helpful and giving in that sense, leading me to get the best out of from my actors. And so it was a long journey, and but I learned a lot from it, you know, as I was doing it. So there's always a good side of a bad incident, you know, like for example, like not being able to, you know, find the money that you need to make the film, and you know, that's I try to look at it at a very from a positive perspective, and because it's a long process, and you need to really like take care of yourself and your mindset, and you have to be on the positive side all the time in order to get going, basically. And so that's how our rehearsal process was, and um, yeah.
Thank you, Nehir. I have a quick question about the stylistic approach of the film, because the film is in black and white. It's a staggeringly beautiful black and white. But then allow me for a spoiler. There is a bit in color that is triggered by a fantastic classic Italian song. And there's a great energy in your mise en scène. Can you tell us something about your stylistic approach? Very in 1 minute.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I had this fantastic cinematographer, and I had more notes even longer than my script, because I'm a very visual person, and that's how that's my taste lies. And I love watching films with, you know, great visuals. But apart from that, the reason that it looks so beautiful, it is because that this angelic element, this angelic part of these young people who are still growing and who has not yet, in a way, seen the bad side of the world. So who are pure, who are still has this childish part in them. So that also made me go for this kind of this beautiful shots that helps us get into the stage where they are in their lives. And I had this great collaborator, Florian Harry, who understood my vision from the beginning and who helped me just make it possible. So it was just a beautiful collaboration. And yeah, black and white choices because like my memories was not that colorful, and I wanted to use this symbolic element to reflect that side of the and going to color was a necessity because it was for me the best way to emphasize the differences between two worlds, dormitory versus the real world, and this worldly side of things, because a lot of the religion was so involved in the film, and the oppression that that it brings was too potent, and I wanted to highlight the differences between these two worlds, and this newly found freedom, and so and then we go a little bit towards the end. We don't go to black and white, but it's kind of fades out. The color fades out gradually, pointing out the fact that that Ahmed is growing, that he is leaving his childhood behind, and he has this taste of this freedom, at least. And then it becomes the colors becomes less shiny, just like in real life. There's a little bit of all of that. There's pain, there's happiness, there's beauty, and there's ugliness, and all that combining towards the end, and basically symbolizing that he is growing.
Thank you so much, Nehir, for this detailed insight into your film, Yurt, Dormitory. We really hope that this will help our audiences to feel even more excited about discovering it. And I thank you once again, and say see you soon to those who are following this series of interviews. Thank you.